Mayor, the next speaker is Marlene Massetti, followed by Norm Lewandowski, and then Janine Gillinger.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, City Council members. I was a volunteer on the No on T measure in 2014. 84% of Dublin voters said they wanted open space, and that measure was rejected. I can tell you currently that many residents in the community are upset and dismayed by the fact that the City Council, by a 3-2 vote, would vote to put a measure II on the ballot that is misleading, and that the money that needs to be used for the roadway is going to come from development. This measure will not, and I won't go into all the reasons, reduce traffic. It won't improve air quality. It doesn't preserve open space, as others have attested to. The city has tried the trust of the residents of Dublin by stating these provisions would occur as part of this measure. That's not accurate. It's misleading. The bigger picture in all of this is that Dublin has been negotiating in bad faith with the city of Livermore for apparently several years regarding the extension of Dublin Boulevard. Dublin and Livermore had previously come to an agreement to pay for 50% of the cost of the road. Livermore wanted to retain the scenic corridor between Livermore and Dublin. Dublin wanted to develop the scenic corridor. Dublin undercut these negotiations when this council, by 3-2, voted to put this measure on the ballot. Dublin wanted to develop Crosby property for tax revenues. And agreeably, the 2014 measure allows for the extension of Dublin Boulevard. It does not allow for major development in the scenic corridor. The facts are the city of Livermore negotiated in good faith with the city to pay for 50% of the cost. The city of Livermore stated in a letter to the city that Mr. Crosby had discussed with him the limitations of development on that property in November of 23, and he informed Livermore at that time that he wanted to develop both parcels by annexing them into the city of Dublin. And Mr. Crosby stated at that point with the Livermore that he had been negotiating the development with the city of Dublin since 2011. 2011. Dublin has been talking to Mr. Crosby about how they could develop that land. I'm incensed. I had a lot of respect for a lot of the people over the years that I've come to talk to about the development and reach out to. This is not only misleading, you have dropped the ball. You are putting the city at risk in terms of losing our open space. You are going to end up, we're going to have to pay for this.
Thank you, ma'am. Your time is up. I appreciate it. I gave you some extra time.